Hey guys, we're here for another Sporcle video. So the previous Sporcle video, I had a lot of fun doing it. What did we do? I had to type in all 400 TV channels that I picked up over the last 13 years. Now, I had a lot of fun. I don't know if that was very fun to watch, but I had a lot of fun. and for this Sporcle video, we're going to have a more relatable theme, something that's more common, and it is going to be U.S. states. So, 50 U.S. states. Now, I'm Canadian. I'm from Canada. Did I say that properly? I'm from Canada. You can probably tell by my accent. I mentioned this many times. I'm 41. So back in school, we did not really learn about the U.S. states. At least not that I can recall. We learned about the provinces, the Canadian provinces, and I remember, I assume we would have had a test on that. You would have had to write out all the Canadian provinces, but I don't think we had that for the U.S. states. However, meaning Canada, with our proximity to the U.S., we're directly above them. We border them. Actually, I just realized today, kind of stupid thing to say, but how I said I just realized today, but I believe U.S. is the only country that borders Canada, right? For Canada, they're the only country that borders us. That might not be true though, because I think there's a French colony or something off the coast of Newfoundland, but I don't know if that counts. Anyway, my whole point is that we are right next to the U.S. We are exposed to a lot of U.S. media, including TV shows, movies, and sports. And so we are exposed to all the states, directly or indirectly. But I feel like if you would ask any Canadian if they could list off all the states, they could get the majority of them. And so prior to 5 years ago, if you would have asked me to list off all the U.S. states, I would have done a good job. I don't think I would have got all of them. I would have been able to do the vast majority of them, but I would have forgotten a couple of them. Not because I didn't know them, but they're just not in my head. I've never memorized them before. And so 5 years ago, I actually had this idea that I should memorize all of the U.S. states. And there was no reason behind this. This was just for fun. So that's the kind of thing I think about doing for fun. That shows you how interesting my life is. I'm like 30 something years old and I want to memorize the US states just for fun. And I think I was inspired actually we bring it back to my TV channels that I picked up. So over the last 13 years. And so whenever I would pick up a new TV channel, I'm in Ontario right here. It would show up on this map. And I also have a map on Google Earth where I physically I put the place marks where the channel comes from. So I know where the channels are. I know how far away they are from me. And so I've become a little more familiar with the surrounding states. I guess it's pretty much just in this area though. So I'm not really familiar with the South and also the West. Oh, I shouldn't be looking at this. It has the states on it. That was so stupid. You have to believe me. I wasn't looking at the state names there. You have to trust me. As soon as I saw a state name, I had to close it. I basically just wanted to show you because of the TV channels. I look at those constantly, and I've become familiar with the surrounding U.S. states, and I thought that it'd be fun to try and memorize all of them. So 5 years ago, I started doing that, and so I started by just listing off all the U.S. states. And obviously I missed a few of them, and I can never get all of them. And I realized that my problem was I didn't know how many states there were per letter. So I feel like because I was going from A down to Z, right? I was going alphabetically. And I felt like it'd be a lot easier if I knew how many states there were per letter, because if I list off however many states I think are in A, and I only have 3, then I know that there's one more, because there are 4 states that start with the letter A. And so I decided that I should memorize not just the states, but I should memorize the sequence of numbers. So how many states there are per letter. And so I went on Google and I found a table of all the states, and I started a spreadsheet and I wrote down all of the number of states per letter. And if there was a letter that had no states, I would just ignore that. So several letters have no states, like B, E, J, and there are a few more as well. And so I had this sequence of numbers and I memorized them. And for whatever reason, that sequence of numbers has just stuck in my head. And I still remember it to this day. So it's 43111142188311222124. And I have it memorized. And it's not like I check it. I check the sequence every now and then. I don't. It's just always stuck in my brain for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like I'm more of a numbers person as opposed to a word or a letter person. One example I can give of that is regarding music. So if it's music that I've written or if it's music that I bought, like if I bought a CD or something, like the songs, I'm more familiar with their track number than I am with the actual name of the song. And it's been that way since I was a kid. I don't know why. And so this sequence of numbers has stuck with me, and it's definitely made it a lot easier for me to memorize all the states and for me to remember what all the states are, all the state names. And so we are going to do 4 different sporacles. The first one, I actually made this just to show the sequence of numbers. Now, I realized when I started making this yesterday that I was going to put the state names here so it would show how many states there are, but then that would give away the state names, and that'd be me writing the state names in the quiz. So I'd be doing the quiz before I was doing the video. And so I decided to just leave it unfinished. I would write the sequence of numbers, and then we will add the states after. And then we also have alphabetical state names, so we have to list them alphabetically. I've never done this before, but it should be easy enough in the sense that, I mean, there's the most states there are per letter are 8. So as long as I know my ABCs, I should be able to do it alphabetically. I'll probably turn the timer off for this one. And then we have map. So I think I have to type. Yeah, for this one I have to type the state, and it's more helpful to have the map, at least in my case. Now, I've done this sporcle before. I've also done this sporcle before. This is where they give you a name, and then you have to click it. You have to click the state. So there's several different types of quizzes. I haven't done these sporcles in several months, many months. I also haven't thought of the state names in a while either. I feel like it was maybe over 6 months ago. I can remember the last time I tried to think of all the state names. It was in bed. I was in bed. So I do this occasionally. I'll just sort of go through, because I memorized them 5 years ago or whatever. Maybe like a couple times a year, I'll just sort of go through the state names just in my head. Last time I did it, I was in bed. I was, just before going to sleep, and I was listing off all the state names. And then there was one that I couldn't get because I knew there are 8 for M, for the letter M. And I could only get 7 of them. And I could not think of the last one. And I think it was the next day when I realized it was Michigan. I forgot Michigan, which is really stupid. It shows how stupid I am because Michigan borders Ontario. I'm in Ontario. So that's, embarrassing. So this timer makes no sense. I mean, so I have all of the letters here. So I'm going to have to add zeros. So this sort of screws up my number sequence, but I do know which ones have 0. And also, it'd be a lot easier with a number pad. You could do this in like less than 5 seconds. So this is just a number. So we'll start. A has 4. I said 43111, 431111421, 88311, 22124. Now, I'm not reading anything. That's just how I've remembered it. You just have to trust me. So B has 0. C, 4, 3, 1, 1. Oh, E has 0, sorry. 1, 1, 4, 2. H? Huh? Oh, 1. There's 4 ones. 4 ones. I has 4. This has 0. J has 0. K has 2. L has 1. M has 8. N 8. O 8 8 3 1 1. So 3 1. Q has 0 1. And then I think there are no breaks here. 2 2 1 2 4. And then 0 0 0. Hooray! I did it. Okay, so there's your sequence. Yeah, this is just placeholders. So now we are going to edit this, and I will try and do all the states. Go fuck yourself, Sporkle. So let's go to data. All right. So for A, we have, I guess we could also try it alphabetically, right? So Alabama, and then Alaska. And then, so there's 2 ALs and 2 ARs. So Arkansas and Arizona. Which one's first? I think it's Arizona. Arizona and Arkansas. 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 And then B has 0, obviously. C has 3, so it's California, I'm assuming, is first. And then it's Connecticut and Colorado. So Colorado would be next, right? And then Connecticut. All right. So D is Delaware. E is nothing. F is Florida. G is Georgia. H is Hawaii. So there's 4. So it's Illinois, Indiana, Idaho. What's the 4th one? Indiana, Illinois, Idaho, Iowa. Okay, so Iowa, there's an O. So Illinois. I've already forgotten what they were. Indiana. Let's just say L's first. Indiana, Iowa, Idaho. Idaho's first. Idaho. I'm not the ho, Idaho. J is 0. Illinois, Indiana, Iowa. Okay, K is Kansas and Kentucky. L is Louisiana. Okay, now we got M. We got the big guys. We got the big guns. We got M and N. We got 16 to go. So for M, I believe there are 3 MAs and then 4 MIs and then Montana, 1 MO, right? So let's see if I can remember them. So there's MA is Maine, Massachusetts, and Maryland. So it's Maine's first. Maryland's next. And I don't even know how to spell this. Is that how you spell it? Massachusetts? Obviously it isn't. Massachusetts? Is it 1S here? Yeah, okay. So it's double S and then a double T. Okay. Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts. And then the MIs. Milwaukee. That's I was like, what? No, that's a place in Wisconsin. MI, what are the MIs? Mississippi, Missouri, Michigan. Okay, so I'm assuming Michigan is first. Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri. But that's only 4. 1, 2, 3. That's only 3, I mean. Oh, no, that's 4. Oh, but right, okay. Michigan, Mississippi. I said there were 4 MIs. Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri. So there's one more. What is? No. Yeah, Montana is the last. But what's the last MI? Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri. Come on, what is it? Maine. Did I do Maine already? Yeah, I did Maine. Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts. Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana. Michigan, Mississippi. Not Nebraska. That starts with N. Oh, we're at a stalemate here. We've encountered an impasse. We've reached an impasse. Milwaukee will not leave my head. So is it Western U.S. or is it Eastern U.S.? So I know there's Texas, New Mexico, California, Montana, Oregon, Washington. Then we have Nebraska, Nevada. Nevada. Alabama, Louisiana. And then the Carolinas, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Minnesota. There you go. I was visualizing the map. Is that cheating? So that's MI. Okay, so that would be right here. Okay, so I've got all the M's. That took a little while, though. So the N's, there's 8 of them, but 4 of them are news. So we have New... What would be first? New Hampshire, I'm assuming. New Hampshire. And then New York, New Jersey, and New Mexico. New York... Oh, H-I-J. New Jersey. And then New Mexico and New York. Okay, so 4 news and then 2 norths. So that would be North Carolina and then North Dakota. I'm intentionally mispronouncing these, just so you don't think I'm even stupider than I am. And then what else? Nebraska, Nevada. That's easy. I feel like M is the hardest. Nebraska and Nevada. Okay. Oh, sometimes I get tripped up with those. So there's Ohio. I always want to say Orlando, but it's not Orlando. So Ohio, Oregon, Ohio, and Oklahoma. So Ohio, Oklahoma, and oregano, right? Okay, I think we're going to get it. Pennsylvania. R is road, island. S is just 2 souths. South Carolina and South Dakota. T is Texas and Tennessee. So we got double N, double S, and double E. U is Utah. They have they're about to debut their new hockey team, actually, the Utah Hockey Club. So the team from Arizona moved up to Utah. And so there was a debate on what their name would be. This happened so the previous season ended back in the regular season, I believe, ended in April-ish. And then the playoffs, so I'm not sure, something crazy happened in Arizona with the owner. So they were playing at a university rink, and they've been doing that for a couple years now. because they didn't have their access to their NHL rink any longer. And so it just, enough was enough, and they were forced out of Arizona. And so then they went to Utah, and there wasn't really enough time to do branding and everything. So they started off just with Utah Hockey Club. Now, I think that's a really dumb name. And so there were some threads, or there were some ideas actually. They trademarked a whole bunch of names, potential names for the team. And one of them was Utah Powder. And I thought that was an awesome name. I was gunning for that name, but no one else seemed to like it. They thought it was stupid. But I love the name Utah Powder. So let's go to the next one. V, this is Virginia and what's the next? Vermont. So Vermont and Virginia. W is Washington, West Virginia, Wyoming, and Wisconsin. So Washington, not to be confused with Washington, D.C. Washington, what did I say? Wyoming's going to be last. Wisconsin and what was the fourth one? Washington, Wisconsin, West Virginia. All right, and that's it. So I'm assuming I listed all of them. Now I'm going to save the changes to the quiz. And I'll just leave that there. Okay, so now can we do the same thing? Can we do exactly what we just did, but in an actual Sporkle? So I'm going to go into practice mode because I don't want to be heckled by my timer. My brain doesn't function that way. So let's start. So the first one, Alabama, right? And then Alaska. And then Arizona and Arkansas. So Arizona, and Arkansas. All right, so now we got the C's, California. And then Connecticut, and what's the last one? Colorado. So Colorado, Connecticut. Okay. D, we got Delaware. I probably could have done it. Oh, well, we'll see if I did it or not. If I do it under 7 minutes. Delaware, E, nothing. Florida, Georgia, and then Hawaii. And then we got the I's. So we got Illinois, Indiana. Illinois? No, what is it? Illinois, Indiana, Idaho. Oh, Idaho. Illinois, Indiana, and what? What the hell is the last one? I've already forgotten. Was I stuck on this before? Iowa. H-I-G-A, so there's no J, so Kansas and Kentucky. And then L, Louisiana. M, oh, so now we got the M. So it's Maine, Maryland, and so it's double S and double T. Massachusetts. Maine, okay, so now we got the MI, so we got Michigan, what were the MIs? Michigan, Mississippi, Minnesota. Mississippi, yeah, M-I-S. Mississippi, Milady, and Missouri. Then we got the N, so we got New Hampshire. Huh? What the hell? Oh, J. Oh, I didn't do it alpha. What? Oh. H-I, yeah. What the hell? What's going on? Oh, North. Am I on the... No, I'm on the news. I don't understand what's going on here. I did 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I'm on the ends. So we have Nebraska. Oh, because I didn't... Oh, I started with the news. Nebraska. Now the news. Oh, so I didn't do it alphabetically in the previous one. I probably looked like a real idiot. Because whenever I do that, whenever I do the ends, I separate them into the news and then Nebraska and Nevada and the norths. So I have the ends in 3 different sections. Okay, I forgot I was doing it alphabetically. So Nebraska, now we do New Hampshire. I guess V comes before that, right? Now we do New Hampshire. Okay. New Jersey, New Mexico. I don't know if we'll be able... Yeah, I think we're still going to be able to do it under 7 minutes. It's just New Mexico and New York, North Carolina, North Dakota. And now we have N-O. Ohio, Orlando, Oklahoma. I always think of Omaha as well. Oregon, oregano. O-P, Pennsylvania. O-P-Q-R, Rhode Island. R, PQRS. So the South Carolinas and the South Dakotas. And then we have, oh, that's 2. 2, Tennessee and Texas. Texas. Everything's big in Texas. Utah. 2212 TUV. Virginia and Vermont. Virginia. 22124. Washington. Wilmington. Wisconsin. Wyoming. Is it Wisconsin? No. Washington. West Virginia. I literally just typed Virginia before that. Wisconsin and Wyoming. Okay. So I did it. I did it in... Okay, like, shut up. I don't care. I did it in 551. I also told a story in the middle of it. So I would have done it. I got 100%. That's pretty good. Average score, 68%. So take that, you assholes. Okay, now we are going to do this exact same thing. However, I have the aid of the map. I'm wondering if I should do these, and I don't even know if I need to do both of these. Because I feel like I should like pick them first as opposed to typing them, right? Did I have these out of order? This one's harder because I've done these before. This one's harder. Even though I know all the states, I don't know where all of them are. And even if I do like fill up this map here, I don't think I'm going to do this first try. Okay, whatever. We'll just start with this, I guess. Okay, should we start from up here? Let's start top left. So that's Washington. I think that's Idaho. And then that is Montana. And then it's North Dakota and Minnesota. So this is Wisconsin right here. And then this part right here is part of Michigan. That's kind of interesting. And I believe I think there's a gap in the land right there. That might not be true, though. I honestly don't know. This is very uninhabited up here. I'm just debating on which one I should pick first. Let's do Wisconsin first. Wisconsin. Wisconsin. And we got Michigan. And then we got Ohio and Pennsylvania. And we have New York. Then we have Vermont. Then we have New Hampshire. And then we have Maine. All right. Should we do the next line starting from the left? So that's oregano. Then there's Idaho. Now this one I'm unsure. Okay, I think this is Wyoming, and I believe this is Colorado. So I know Wyoming and Colorado are both squares. But I can never remember which one's on top and which is on the bottom. But I'm pretty sure Colorado's down here. And I feel like Wyoming is next to Idaho and Montana. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh shit, I did the timer. So I better do this quickly. This, I believe, is that Nebraska? Fuck! What is this? Oh, that's Iowa. Fuck! What is this one? I'm such a fucking idiot. What is the one under North Dakota? What could that possibly be? North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska. That should be easy. Because I picked up a TV channel from Nebraska. And I know North Dakota borders Canada. Okay, so this one is Illinois. What could possibly be the one under North Dakota? I just don't know. I can't think of it. Next one is Indiana. Then we have Ohio. So I guess I'll do West Virginia. Then we have Maryland. Yeah, Delaware. Fuck. And then New Jersey. Yeah, so now I'll just do all the ones over here. So there's Connecticut. There's Rhode Island. And I think that's it. No, Massachusetts. I think that's everything over there. Okay, let's start back over here again. We have California. We have, I believe that's Nevada, right? Yeah, this is Nevada because it has that sharp diagonal there that leads down to the point. And I know the Vegas Golden Knights reside in that state. All right, so next to Nevada, what in the goddamn is this? This is Arizona. I know that much, but what is this? I might have to skip that. I better fill out the rest. So we'll do Colorado. Oh, it's Utah. It's Utah, of course. Colorado, then Nebraska. What is under that? Is that Oklahoma? Or is this Oklahoma? One of these is Oklahoma. I feel like it's the one. Yeah, it's the one above Texas. Oklahoma's the one above Texas. It's Alabama, isn't it? No, Alabama's like down here, right? Somewhere? What in the goddamn is this? Missouri? One of these is Missouri. Missouri is this one, right? Yeah, but what the hell's the other one? I'm running out of time here, so let's go to this. This is Kentucky. Then we have regular Virginia. Then we have North Carolina. I'm going out of order now. Let's do South Carolina. Yeah, what the hell are these three? One of these is, god damn. These ones I don't know what they are. This is Tennessee. Okay, let's just do New Mexico. Let's get everything out of the way. Texas and Arizona. Oh, God. Yeah, this... Like, I don't know which one's Louisiana. Is this Louisiana right here? I'm assuming it is. Yeah. But then what the hell are these? One of them's Georgia. And there's this one, too. Oh, this is Arkansas. Yeah. Oh, my God. So that has to be Alabama. You prick. So this is Georgia's right here. I know that for a fact. So then we have two left. And what are they? If I could use my sequence of numbers, my memorized sequence of numbers, I would know, but I don't, and I can't. North Dakota, South Dakota. Oh, I did Missouri. Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas. Idiot. Yeah, okay. So Missouri, Kansas. I feel like I have all of this. My biggest problem is Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia. I know where Georgia is, but so it's Arkansas, Alabama, Louisiana, and whatever the hell this is. I still don't know what this is. What the hell is this? It's... What is this called? The Gulf of Mexico, right? Why can't I think of it? I have 3 left? Excuse me? Oh, Hawaii and... Hawaii and what? And Alaska. Right. So Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Indiana, Illinois, and Idaho. And what's the last I? Iowa. Yeah, 3 I's. Oh, they're all next to each other. H-I-J-K, Kansas, Kentucky. L-M, so we have Maine, Massachusetts, Maryland. And then we have Michigan, Missouri, Mississippi. Okay, there we go. So I did it within the time. But I'm still unsure of these ones. So I know where Georgia is. And I should know where Kansas is and Missouri. Because Missouri borders Illinois. I still haven't picked up a channel from Missouri yet. I don't know if I picked up a channel from Kansas. Have I? Have I picked up a channel from Kansas? Yeah. KBSD. Yeah. So I have picked up something from Kansas. So Missouri, Kansas, so Oklahoma is above Texas. I know that. And the reason I know that is because Texas has the most tornadoes per year in the U.S. of all the U.S. states. And I know Oklahoma gets a bad deal as well. I feel like they're second. And same with Kansas because the Wizard of Oz, right? This is like Tornado Alley, right? Oklahoma City, I believe, had the worst tornado outbreak in U.S. history in 1999. Was that the tri-state tornado? I don't remember. I've looked at the Wikipedia page before. That shit is scary. Oh my God. So Mississippi. So this, I believe, is the Mississippi like right here? Do these states follow the Mississippi? Like the border here? I know the Mississippi River goes like all the way up. So Mississippi borders the Gulf of Mexico. And then so Alabama, that's... Yeah, Alabama and Arkansas, they're going to be giving me fits of rage. So Alabama is right next to Georgia. Alabama. Arkansas is further inland. Okay, so should I try the next one then? See if I can do this. This is also a 7-minute. So this is a point and click. Okay, I don't think I'm going to skip. So I've already forgotten. Okay, so this is Georgia, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas. Okay. Is this going to be the date where I finally memorize all the states and all of their shapes? We will find out. North Dakota, so that is this one. Michigan is the oven mitt. New Hampshire is it's to the right of Vermont. Texas is the biggest state, I believe. Texas is bigger than Alaska, right? Ohio is right here. I picked up many of TV channels from Ohio. New Mexico would be, this is Arizona, so this is New Mexico. South Dakota, I wonder where South Dakota could be. I wonder if it's below North Dakota. It's just a wild guess. Here's Hawaii right here. New York, I know it's this right here. New York City's down here. There was some crazy stat that I read where some ridiculously low percentage of a population of New York State lives above this mark right here. So the vast majority of people who live in New York State live below this mark right here. Indiana is this one. It's next to Ohio. New Jersey is this one. Alabama, here we go. So this is Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, right? Okay, good. Wisconsin, or Wyoming, I mean. So we determined that this was Colorado and that this was Wyoming because Wyoming borders Montana and Idaho, right? All right, so North Carolina is below Virginia. West Virginia is this one. It's got the point at the top. Montana is the big ass one right here. Idaho is the one below it. Delaware is the tiny one right here. Really hard to pick. Okay, Kansas. This is Nebraska, so this has to be Kansas. Yeah. And then this is Oklahoma. Yeah, Oklahoma right here. Louisiana's next to Texas. I don't know if this is true, but isn't like New Orleans? Is New Orleans down here? I know New Orleans is in Louisiana, but I'm not sure. Louisiana. California is on the coast right here. Missouri. I've already forgotten where Missouri is. Damn it. So this is Utah, this is Nevada, Arizona, Colorado. This is Nebraska. So where the hell would Missouri be? Missouri has to be right here, right? Yeah. No, that's Mississippi. Where's Missouri? It has to be this one. Right? No. Missouri is next to Kansas. Oh my God. I got confused. Minnesota's up here. Utah is right here. Massachusetts is right here. Yes. Georgia is right here. Arizona is here. Virginia is right here. Pennsylvania is right here. South Carolina is right here under North Carolina. Wisconsin is right here. Maine is way over here. Maryland is right here. Kentucky is above Tennessee. Did you know that Tennessee is the state that has the most bordering states to it? I believe there are 8. I believe it borders 8 states. Washington is way up here. Arkansas is right here, right? Because this is Mississippi, so this has to be Arkansas. Arkansas is inland. Yes, I think I'm finally understanding. Iowa is here because this is Illinois, so Iowa borders Illinois. Vermont is right here, borders New York and New Hampshire. Oregon is under Washington. Nevada is this one. Alaska is this one. Rhode Island is the small one. Colorado is the square under Wyoming. Florida is this one here. Connecticut is this one. Tennessee is this one. Illinois is this one. Mississippi is this one. So what's this one? This one is Nebraska. Nice, I did it. I am proud of myself. I wonder if I'm going to remember that. Should we try it again? See if I can do it like really quickly. I think I'm going to try it again. And I'm going to try and go really fast. But before I do that, so I've been to the US a couple times. In my previous video, I mentioned that I was in Michigan. I went to Saginaw, Michigan when I was a little boy, and I went there for a soccer tournament. I forget what it was called. It was some sort of soccer tournament that involved. So we had a team from Ontario, or I guess it was our city. There was some sort of name for the tournament, and it's where you would stay, like you would stay at the house of one of your opponents. So you would stay at the family's house of one of your opponents. And I remember staying at that kid's house. He lived in Saginaw, I believe, and he lived. So in his backyard, he bordered a cornfield. He bordered a cornfield, so it looked like a movie. So in his backyard went out, and then there was a cornfield, a big ass cornfield. And I remember we were shooting golf balls in the cornfield. That's what I remember about that. I don't know how old I was. I would have been quite young. And then I've been to Maine. I think that's it. I don't think I've been anywhere else. It's possible that we drove through New Hampshire, Vermont, and New York. But the reason I went to Maine is because we moved from Ontario. We moved all the way to Newfoundland, way over here. And we drove there. And we ended up going through the U.S. for part of it because there was something we wanted to visit in Maine. Salem, was it Salem, Maine, or Salem, Massachusetts? I don't know. It's wherever the Balch House is. So my last name is Balch, and there's what's called a Balch House. And we went there, and it was just like an old house. And apparently everyone with the last name Balch writes their name in a guest book or something. So we went there, and we also went to Salem. I don't know if it was in Salem, but we went to Salem. I don't know if it's Massachusetts or Maine, and we went to what did we go to? We went to a haunted house. And so I forget how old I would have been, but my youngest sister was quite young, and I remember she got really scared in the haunted house, and she started crying. So I remember that. Okay, so that time it would have been 1999. So it would have been 1999. So I would have been 16 years old. Yeah, I would have been 16 years old then. And so she would have been 7 years younger than me. So whatever that math is, she would have been 8 years old, I guess. Did I do that properly? I don't think so. But yeah, I remember going to Salem, Massachusetts, and I remember on that trip, we were driving. I think this was actually when we were driving back from St. John's, Newfoundland to Ontario. So we drove back as well when we moved back to Ontario, and we would stop in these places and we go to the movies. So it was. I was the oldest child, and my youngest sister was the youngest. And so we had to find a movie that everyone wanted to watch. And I remember we ended up watching the movie Armageddon 3 times on that trip. So yeah, we saw a lot of Armageddon. And I have gone to Mexico before, so I would have flown over the U.S., but I believe those are the only states I've been to. Now, I honestly don't know here. Okay, I'm going to search for the Balch House because I feel like it's in Massachusetts. Beverly, Massachusetts. There you go. The Balch House. Yeah, it was in a plaza, temporarily closed. Hey, Balch Street. Okay, Beverly, Massachusetts. Yeah, when we went there, it was in like a plaza. I feel like if you zoomed out from this, it would have been in a plaza. So this is Beverly, Massachusetts. Okay, where's Beverly, Massachusetts? Yeah, this doesn't help. Yeah, that doesn't help either. Let's try this. Coordinates. Like, what the fuck, man? Can I just see where it is? Holy shit. Whatever. I don't even care. Google Maps. Beverly, Massachusetts. Okay, so there it is right there. Yes, it's right near Salem. Yeah, so we went to a haunted house in Salem. So if that's true, then we would have been in Maine, and we would have been in New Hampshire as well. Because you would have had to drive through New Hampshire in order to get to Massachusetts. So I've been to 4 different states. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so let's redo this quiz, and we will try to go as fast as possible. So let's just refresh my memory. So we have Arkansas is inland. Louisiana is this one. I know that. Mississippi, Alabama. Mississippi, Alabama. Blah, 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 blah. So Alabama borders Georgia. All right, so let's try this again. Let's replay this bitch. Maryland. Oh, shit. Maryland. There it is. Texas. New Jersey. Fucking mouse. Pennsylvania. Minnesota. Tennessee. Arizona. Ohio. West Virginia. The pointy one. North Dakota is this. Kansas. North Dakota. South Dakota. Nebraska, Kansas, South Carolina. This is North Carolina. This is South Carolina. Oregon is this. California is this. Nevada is this. Alaska is this. New Mexico is this. Virginia is this. Missouri is next to Kansas. Maine is up here, way up here. Hawaii's down here. Florida is down here. Indiana is next to Ohio. Alabama. Okay, so we have Alabama's right here. Kentucky is right here. Michigan is right here. Mississippi is next to Alabama. South Dakota is under North Dakota. Shocking. Wisconsin is right here. North Carolina is above South Carolina. New Hampshire is to the right of Vermont. Wyoming is above Colorado. Utah is next to Colorado. Illinois is next to Indiana. Arkansas is inland. Iowa is next to Illinois. Montana. Where the hell's Montana? Oh, Montana's way up here. Nebraska is right here. Louisiana is right here. Rhode Island is the small one right here. Colorado is a square. Idaho's right here. Connecticut is right here. Vermont is right here. Massachusetts is right here. Delaware is right there. Oklahoma is right here. New York is right here. Misclick. Georgia's right here, and Washington's right here. Good. That was really good. I made no mistakes. I'm actually shocked that I didn't make any mistakes. Not on this one, but on the previous one. Okay, so there's your U.S. states. So how long has this video been? Has it been an hour? It's almost been an hour. I also wanted to do a Simpsons Sporkle. Now, I think I'm going to save that for later. Yeah, I'll save that for later. And I also have some ideas I have a bunch of ideas for new videos. Also, people have been sending their ideas, which has been great. I watched a video yesterday, and it gave me the perfect idea for my next video, which is going to be, I'm going to rank my guitars in like a tier, like, you know, the tier list, the tier maker website. So I'm going to do that. And then that way I can also, you know, tell some stories about my guitars and whatnot. But before I do that, I have to take some pictures of my guitars. Now, I have all of my guitars except for 2 that I've ever owned. So I still have them. I haven't owned a whole lot, but I've got to take some pictures. I probably won't do that now. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Yeah. I'll do that tomorrow. And I think tomorrow I'm going to do the, I don't know if I'll do the ranking tomorrow or not. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed doing the US states. So if you learned anything from this video, it's that the sequence, the number sequence, the numerical alphabetical sequence is 4311114218831122124. Till next time.